Good morning. Kill My Startup is a platform that helps early stage founders use structured feedback and incentive-based mechanisms to help identify critical assumption risks early and avoid misdirection. Two key insights since our last reflection. Firstly, we should not assume the incentive to give feedback. Our assumption was that people would naturally give feedback, and especially valuable and structured critique on the platform. This proved to be very fragile. High quality feedback must be intentionally incentivized through the platform's architecture. Secondly, the reviewer's identity matters as much as feedback quality. One of the founders we interviewed serves cancer patients. Expert online reviewers, no matter how professional, may not belong to the actual user population of the startup. Who gives the feedback matters more than how structured and professional the feedback is. Since our last update, we've interviewed founders to test their trust in online structured feedback. We've explored what makes feedback effective from a founder's perspective, and we explored criteria that defines good feedback. We've also explored mechanisms to incentivize feedback, such as reputation, credits, access-based rewards, or a token-based system. We've learned that interviewing the wrong stakeholder is risky. We've interviewed someone who wanted to use the platform to sell self-created music products. We've learned that this forced us to clearly redefine our target customer rather than trying to serve anyone with an idea.
We have gained some key learnings through our stakeholder interviews. That includes feedback quality is truly a function of structure, incentive, and user representativeness. And also, not all startups benefit equally from the same feedback mechanisms. It depends really. And also, Kill My Startup's value may lie in helping founders access which feedback is trustworthy and applicable, and not just generating more feedbacks. We are trying to make some pivots and changes in our business model. We want to shift from an open comment platform to a mechanism-driven structured feedback system. And also we want to clarify the distinct role and value exchange between the founders and reviewers. And also, we have identified some potential segmentation by startup types, including mass market startups and high vertical or sensitive markets. We are trying to define the core MVP logic around structured feedback and success probability signals. Currently, we are struggling some problems, such as determining whether reviewers truly belong to or understand the target user group, and designing mechanisms that motivates reviewers to invest time and effort. And we also want to define what qualifies as high quality feedback in a scalable way. And we need to clarify the relationship between reviewers and founders. Are they investors, peers, or just general users? We also need to decide whether some startups should be explicitly excluded from the platform. We are really trying to ask ourselves, should Kill My Startup define clearer boundaries on which startup it serves? And also, what incentive mechanisms are most effective? And also, how can we design those feedback without triggering financial or regulatory risks? That's all.
Thank you.